Most people work hard, but where does all that money go? Bills, expenses, and slow growing investments in the stock market. What if you could escape the grind and make work optional? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to build assets, create passive income, and work towards financial freedom, all without quitting your W-2 job. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Jeff Anzalone, and my goal is to help you make work optional. Be sure to check out my free passive income training. I'll put the link below this video. All right, so let's break this up into phases, all right? Number one, the first phase, we're gonna call it making your first move. You right now, you're working hard, you're at your 9 to 5, you're earning a steady paycheck, you're keeping up with your monthly bills, hopefully. And at this stage, you've got your income from your W-2, which is your salary, okay? So literally every dollar that you bring in is gonna be covering your expenses, right? Rent, mortgage, utilities, discretionary spending, things like that. Now, as we know, while this cycle keeps your life moving, it really doesn't leave much room for growth, right? If you don't, you've heard the phrase, if nothing changes, nothing changes. If you continue in this cycle, work, salary, expenses, you're going to be doing that the rest of your life. You'll be trapped. That's why they call it the rat race. What if you can make a shift? Instead of spending every dollar you earn, which is what most Americans do, you make a decision. You decide to set a portion of your income and invest in an asset. This could be a single family rental home. This could be a duplex. You may step it up. You may want to do a mobile home park, an RV park, something like that, like we do. It doesn't really matter. Or you may want to go buy a business, but you just need to figure out something that's going to generate some income, something that's going to generate some rental income. Now, with this first step, you're no longer working for your money because you have money coming in from this asset, right? So now you got a little bit of money working for you. The rental income begins to cover a little bit of your expenses, or maybe you take some of that rental income from this asset to build up your savings, creating a small, but the thing is, you're creating an important shift in the right direction towards work optional status. Now, even though it's small, this initial move is critical because now it's teaching you in the back of your mind how to create cash flow instead of just going to your job. And it starts to lay the foundation for building wealth over time. Moving on to phase two. This is when you want to add a second string of income. So again, you're still working, you're 9 to 5, you're still earning the salary, and you're still paying your expenses, your bills. But now you're starting to receive income from this other asset, from the asset that you just bought. Now with this additional income, you can reinvest it, pay off debt, or save for more opportunities. So now you've taken it and you've decided with that income, you've bought another asset. Maybe you bought another rental house, you bought another park, you bought another duplex, whatever. Moving on to phase three, and it just starts to snowball. Again, you're still working your job, you got the salary, but you're starting to use the income from your assets to buy more assets. And each of these assets are producing money. So you got asset here, buy this, asset here, buy this. Now you still, the income, you still have your salary, and then you have the income from these previous assets. You're starting to shift over and getting those to pay your expenses, okay? You're stacking multiple income streams. Again, your salary plus the income from the different assets. So your total passive income begins to climb. It's like the Dave Ramsey debt snowball that he talks about, how you start paying off your smallest debt, you pay that off, you move on to the next one, so on, so forth. It starts to grow. This is more like a passive income snowball. So the more that you give, the more it's growing, getting you towards financial freedom. All right. So, and we could actually expand on this. We could actually go, if you wanted to expand on this, to phase four. So at this point, all the income from your assets, guess what? They completely cover your expenses. You no longer have to rely on the salary from the W-2. You're free to work less, or if you just want to retire early, whatever you want to do, because you've built all of these assets to generate passive income. And plus they're growing in value too. They're not just giving you cash flow, they're appreciating. So at this point, you have reached financial freedom. But remember, at this point, you're having to manage these different assets. Okay, so if you want to keep doing that, that's fine. But if you actually wanted to add, let's add a different phase, and I'll talk to you about what you can do if you're going from a W-2 job to being an active real estate investor, but maybe you want to do something a little differently. We'll do that in phase 5. All right, so in phase 5, I call it living the dream. Okay, right now you're a high income earner, you're a doctor, you're a dentist, you're an attorney, you're something like that. You're pulled in all these different directions. Okay. Now remember, we've been talking about so you've been doing that along with actively investing. You've been the general partner, you've been in control, you've been dealing with tenants, or you've got somebody that's managing it for you. But ultimately, you've been the one that has been actively managing these properties. Active investing, that's what really builds wealth. Okay, and you've done that, and you get to the point where work is optional. But now you can shift over to this being a limited partner. The limited partner, you're a passive investor. You can invest alongside of us in syndications, or you can go into other groups for syndications. But the thing is, as a limited partner, the only thing that you have to add to join a syndication is your capital. You provide the capital, the limited partners provide the capital, and the general partners do all the work. So remember, before you were the general partner, you were on these smaller deals. As an LP, you can get into these larger deals, multi-million dollar RV park and mobile home park deals, self-storage, apartments, really big $50 million deals, which before doing that on your own was just too much to handle, especially while you're working your W-2. So now you've shifted from more active investing to more passive investing. You've really freed up your time. Again, no more managing properties or tenants or anything like that. So now you're starting to diversify your investments across multiple markets, across multiple assets, and you can now, in phase 5, focus on what matters the most: your family, your time, your hobbies, your passions, whatever. And if you want to focus on growing this side of it as well, growing your GP deals, that's fine. But now you have options. Before, when we talked about income, salary from your W-2 job, you didn't have really many options. So really the ultimate goal is to transition from you working for money to over here where your money works for you, makes you new money. Okay. So if you're ready to escape the rat race, which hopefully this has opened your eyes to the possibilities out there, do me a favor. All you have to do is take the first step. Start with one asset. That's it. One asset. Whatever makes sense to you. Whether it's just a single family home or a little self-storage building, or you can actually, most people don't know this, you can actually go into an RV park or go into a mobile home park, talk to the owner about renting out a trailer, renting out an RV. Start small. Start with something that you can handle. It's always taking that first step. And that, I tell you, that first step can completely transform your life into, you don't even know the possibilities out there. And then once you do that, the key is consistency. You want to build income streams. You want to start to expand your portfolio. And again, eventually, you want to transition into more limited partner investments. Your dream lifestyle is waiting out there. All you have to do is take the first step. That's it. So if you want to learn more about how to do this, I have a free training below, and I actually have a paid course below if you want to. I'll put the links below this video. But my point being is, take the first step. You won't be sorry.